Alright, well that was interesting. Got a nice blue screen of death on my desktop, right in, well, what I was doing in the game at the time had nothing to do with the blue screen. But a very nice blue screen. Second one my desktop has had in the last week. Not good. It's like kind of, when it happens once, I just kind of like, oh, that's just, there's something random happened. Not gonna really worry about it. Happens twice. Now I'm starting to worry that my desktop is crapping out or something's going wrong. So if it happens again, I'm gonna have to take down some error codes. Try to see what the issue is, but I guess for a glass half full, that run was terrible. I jumped into a knife, everything was bad, I forgot a letter, so now I gotta restart it. So let's restart it. This shouldn't be a very long, well, assuming we don't have more booms. Wait, gotta make sure it's dark right away. But assuming my desktop doesn't screw up again, it shouldn't take very long to finish this run. And then I can go into the other category, hopefully. Yep, hopefully that's the case I mean, I'm hoping it's nothing substantial because we've had a mountain of bad luck with things this summer. Wait, why am I leaving with George? I almost walked out onto the path with George. That would have been a disaster. Yeah, I mean, if something breaks, hopefully it's it's just the RAM, because I've got two extra sticks of RAM just sitting over on the shelf there, so I could just swap in some different RAM if I needed to. And RAM is easy enough to change that even I can do it. And there's not a lot of things I can do. I'm not the brightest. Alright, I think that's... Wasn't there a vitamin over here? Get away from me, bird. Jason. I am trying to get a torch and you are being rude. Well, I guess I should hopefully pass him in the North Forest. So that could be something. What is going on here? Sorry, stuff still seems to be a little bit messed up after that blue screen. Hopefully, does everything sound good as far as the audio? I did a quick test, but I've noticed sometimes after I reboot, things don't work as well. That's why that's good. Forgot when it reboots, the camera goes way out. I thought the camera looked a little weird compared to what I was seeing before. That's better. Now we're getting back to professional stream after recovering from the blue screen. I'm mixing up words now. Also not professional at all. Had to use Laura. That's just second time today the game has wanted me to use Laura. Okay, so we're gonna remember to get the note this time. Getting the note is good. Then we're going to go and pick up the knife at the entrance of the forest. Then we get the key. That's a good key. Yep, I did forget to... Whoops. I did forget to load up stream avatars. Actually, I was in such a rush to try to get going because the kids went to bed at a decent hour that whenever I'm in a rush, I always forget stream avatars. But thankfully, then when I was getting everything reloaded, I was like, oh, I never opened stream avatars. And it works, it fits in so well. I mean, the counselors there, they work so well with the overlay. Wait a minute, Jason's over here. If I was fast enough, we should be running into him around here. If not, he was already past me and he's going to be hitting the kids. Stupid wolf. There we go. That's 3. So assuming I don't screw up and grab a knife, should be able to see how quickly this run should have went if I didn't screw it up so badly before the blue screen happened. And now we get him in here. It's always so much harder, well, not always, but usually it's a lot harder to find him in the big cabin just because he's got so much space. And he has his toothbrush. Oh, a fight to the death already. Very nice. So day 2 is going to start with the kids. Hopefully it doesn't spawn Chrissy really far away. I'd prefer it if none of the kids ended up getting Jasoned. Oh, that's perfect. But before we do anything else, Jason, you did this last time too. We got to day 2 and he wouldn't even let me make it night. He just had to come out there and try to attack. And now all he's doing is he's setting himself on fire. There. The music swap is so jarring. Go from the awesome cabin theme to the relatively boring walking around on the map screen theme. 1, 2, nope, just 1. Didn't hit B. Oh, the blues, I did get a blue screen and it was definitely Laura's fault. That is, you are 100% correct, Game Pro. Welcome back, Cherokee. Lorelei didn't do anything. My desktop blue screened on me, which was very unexpected. But now that it's happened twice in about the last week, I'm gonna have to take a screenshot of the error code if it happens again, so I can know exactly what the problem is. But this run's already almost through day 2 now. It's amazing how much quicker this goes when you're not forgetting things like the torch letter or jumping into a knife. I mean, Lorelei last week she stepped on the reset button on my top loader. Right now she's just laying on I have a little footrest that I keep down here for her to lay on. Like she spends almost all day when I'm working down here laying on the footrest because it's right next to my chair here. And I just move it off to the side a little bit so I have space to plug in the top loader. He's on A. So she's just laying on that right now. Is he on A? Yes, he is on A. Okay. Oh, beans, that's a bad place for that. That was really close. The Knife of Doom. Actually, that is brilliant. I almost forgot that I have to make it nighttime again. I was so excited with my great idea about how to avoid knives. Really, I should have done this the opposite way. I should have started with Mark and then passed the torch to Chrissy instead of doing it the other way around. Because now if I jump on, especially on day 3, things will snowball really quickly on day 3. So I'm gonna pass the torch to Mark, even though his throwing arm is horrible. There we go. Hey Diane, welcome in. Happy Wednesday. It's unfortunate that I have to use Mark here instead of Chrissy, but when the alternative is risking jumping into another knife. I think that's 5. Yep, that was 5. Alright, now we can hunt it. We can hunt him down. Wait, why am I killing zombies? Killing zombies is really stupid, because that means I'll be spawning more knives. Okay, Jason, you gotta get out of this aggressiveness here. It's 3, 4, 5. Why am I trying to get an 8 here? Oh, got an 8. Very nice. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. 8 again. Very nice. All right. Yeah, getting frozen in place by a potted plant doesn't sound very exciting. Now, if it's that weird, not the weird, like the funny plant from Maniac Mansion, what do they call it? The green tentacle? I should know this. I used to play Maniac Mansion all the time. I know it's something tentacle, because the sequel is called Day of the Tentacle. Are we gonna do a hitless day 3 here? Unless I don't remember if Chrissy took any damage before I swapped. Got him. Okay, so that was the warm-up. Next up will be the inverse, or the reverse, inverse. I don't know words, but we're gonna do it without going into Pamela's room, making sure that we don't let it get to be nighttime. So I'm gonna if we're just keeping it day and if we're not trying to let it get to night, then I could still go to the kids up to 5 times a day before it hits dusk. And that's not going to be 5 times a day, because I'm going to be doing this a little differently. Oh yeah, Friday the 13th Revisited. I've got a playthrough and a speedrun of that on the YouTubes. I'm actually the speedrun moderator for that game too. And the second place time out of 2 people. Purple tentacle, okay. Let's see, well, Paul is the only one in a proper starting location here. Well, technically Mark is, but we need Mark and Chrissy alive, so I'm going to go with the 50-50 chance that Jason is starting over here. Okay, now we've got a 75... Oh, no, he's got to be coming this way, then. Because Mark was in... I think Mark was in the bottom middle cabin, and that would have buzzed right away if Jason was down there. Hey Vegas, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Thanks for the good luck. Come on, zombies. You can do better than this. Only 2 little bars of health each time. This is pathetic. So much nicer when he's actually when Jason's attacking someone and you actually take damage. Well, I should say it's so much nicer with challenge runs. Well, with this specific type, where my goal is to kill everyone but Mark and Chrissy so I get fights to the death. Only problem is I don't want to fight to the death on the lake. That's 120... Ooh, there we go. So this is going to end up being a 160 hit rock battle, isn't it? Unless he's attacking, I think that's Chris. Yeah, that's Chrissy. But instead of using Chrissy there, oh, he's going to keep attacking her. Okay, well that's fine. This won't make it night. I've still got 4 more cabin entries. Just going to be 160 hits here to get through, to get him with the rocks on day 1. I was hoping to bump that down to 120 by coming in with a knife, but I think that's 10. Oh, geez, I just took a shoulder bump. That's pathetic. I think that's 20, so 140 to go. Jason, you gotta give me some distance. There we go. You just go slow. I think that's 31. 35. I have no idea if my count's even right here. It's 44. I do like that you have 6. I think is a good number for this, especially, well, I guess there really isn't much difference with a lot of them. I mean, the only difference between Mark and Chrissy is that Mark rows fast, which is pretty much useless, but he has a terrible throwing arm, and Chrissy rows slower, but she has a great throwing arm, which means, in a direct comparison, Chrissy is worlds better than Mark. And then it's just Laura that's fast, has a terrible throwing arm, and can't jump, and then everyone else is just slow. I think, like, George might have a good, or his arm. George or Paul, one of them has a good throwing arm, too. I just don't remember which one it is off the top of my head. Jason definitely could use some anger management. Yeah, Chris Higgins did she beat him up pretty good. Not to the extent that Tina did in 7. But Chris also doesn't have psychic powers. I need to get to day 2 so that axe stops going so slow. That's the hardest part about these path fights on day 1, is trying to get around that axe when it's not going as fast as you expect. Mark is never... There is no real scenario that comes up, at least in how I play the game, that Mark is even close to Chrissy. Unless I'm doing terribly and Chrissy dies. Like now, this is terrible. That was 6. That was a good number. Like, I could see for casual play, like when you don't know Jason's route and everything like that, so you don't know where he's gonna be, I could see Mark helping you save the kids with his faster rowing on occasion. But you also end up, unless you're really careful and you understand the zombie spawns in the lake, you're gonna end up plowing into a lot of zombies with Mark too. Like, I'd rather have someone moving slower on the lake, but I tend to always be following Jason, so it's a little different for me. I completely lost track of my count. There we go. I was a little worried about it. Why did I do that? Should not have stopped and thrown that one. Should just... Nope. This is bad. Really bad. I gotta be perfect now. Cannot lose Chrissy. There we go. Chrissy lives. Yeah, the Buddy Crow is incredibly useful if you're doing it during the day. I mean, if you're doing it at dusk or night. If you're doing it during the day, it just takes so long that you're kind of better off just waiting. Or just going through and letting the zombies spawn really slow. There it is. Wait. Where was I fighting him? I was by the cave. Beans. I don't like doing this. This battle is going to take about an hour and a half. Fight to the death in a cabin with the knife. Ugh. But I don't want to let any of the kids get Jasoned. Come here, Lorelei. Nope, nope, we don't need you. We don't need you trying to knock the top loader off the desk. Come here. Come here. Come on. Over here. There you go. We do have, I guess the closest category to 100% would be Pamela power-ups, where you have to beat Pamela on every day. There's not an official 100% category, but that's something someone could definitely suggest in the Friday, like in the Friday Discord or something, and see if one of the mods was willing to make that a category. Hey Teshi, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Jeez, I already forgot what day it is. He already got a good helping of noodles. I love Lorelei chasing Freddy there. Oh boy. At least this time I can tell roughly how many more hits it's gonna be, just based on the number of bars, but this is 120. And the reason I learned path fights when I was doing low percent was because my eyes, like, I start getting really lightheaded because I stare at the screen so intently. For these, at least day 3 should be on the path. Can have a little time to go collect some vitamins, because I'm probably gonna botch it really bad. I mean, I could have just let Jason kill this batch, but that was such an early dodge. What's wrong with me? And I only have 1 vitamin. Granted, I shouldn't need a vitamin for this. This is a path fight. I mean, this is a cabin. Wow, am I having a stroke or something? This is not a path. This is a cabin. All right, let's try to get into the rhythm of this here. Yeah, making good progress. He's got a nice dent in him. He's a human pincushion already. Go back to running slow, Jason. There we go, much better. I don't know if there's anything behind it, but I found that when he's going really fast on day 2, if I wiggle back and forth like that, he seems to break out of his rage mode a lot quicker. And I don't know if that's actually a thing, or if that's just a pattern my brain has picked up incorrectly. Okay, so that was probably at about 60 hits or so now. He looks like he's at about half. I hate these really long cabin fights. Especially since I can't look away. It's actually easier on day 3, because on day 3 he always follows the same pattern. On day 2, with him alternating speeds and everything, it's a lot different. To me, at least, day 2 is actually a harder cabin fight than day 3. Come on. That was a really early dodge. At least I seem to have settled in here a little bit now, not taking constant hits in cabin fights. I still want to know how Jason can have, well, by the end of this day, 120 knives sticking out of him. And, like, where's the belt attachment that Chrissy has that she's holding all these? We used to call them, like, belt bags, those little pouches that you'd wear around your waist. You take to, like, amusement parks and stuff. But I don't think that could hold all these knives, especially since I'm missing a bunch of them, too. At least I think I'm missing. Alright, come on. I need to blink, like, more than just a little bit. Okay, he's down to A. This is what I like path fights so much more than this, because there's so much more going on. There's a lot more you have to think about to try to keep manipulating him. To me, at least, path fights are a lot more exciting than this. Oh geez, got Lorelai's fur caught between my thumb and the D-pad. That could have been really bad. Alright, looks like we're down to 20 hits. Whoops. It's 19. What am I doing? And I've got the vitamin in case of emergency, but I don't want to. I want to save that for day 3. Because one wrong move on a path fight on day 3 and things can snowball and you end up taking like 6 hits and dying when you were perfect 30 seconds ago. Three, 2, 1. There we go, finally. Oh. I haven't actually watched the Video Game 101 guide for this game. I've seen it pop up a lot, because YouTube loves to show me Friday the 13th stuff. But I have such a hard time watching those other guides, because a lot of them were created so long ago. And we've learned so much more about how this game works since the guides were created. So it's like, it's nothing that the people making, like, the Easy Way book had quite a few things that, at the time when it was published, that was thought to be the correct information. And then since then, however many years that's been, we've learned that there's things that we've actually learned more about how the game works. I really didn't. Did I get enough? I feel like I probably got enough sleep last night. Fanny pack, that's the word. Sorry, I couldn't look at... I'm scrolling down through chat right now because of that terrible fight. Well, the issue with having, with Pamela, they'd all have to, like, you can't visit her and leave. Once you get there, you have to fight her. So either she'd have to die or the counselor would have to die. Yeah, I think I might have the only YouTube guide that goes over how to actually kill Pamela, and I went way... Like, I don't think I've ever done as deep of a dive as I did on that. I spent so much... I had a notebook sitting there doing save states, writing down, like, writing down time and everything like that. Like, how long it is on this dive between when she swoops down, and how much of a delay do you have here, and... Even with all that, I still only really remember 2321 for day 3. That's the only part I really care to remember. I think he's gonna be on A now. So we're gonna do a little bit of prep here. If I remember where he is right, he's going to be going around by the cave here. So I'm going to take a quick detour over here, grab these vitamins. And then we're going to go wait for him by the entrance to by the kids. Is there another vitamin over here? Maybe it was this way. But yeah, if I wait for him over by the entrance to the dock... then we can get a day 3 fight. We got a couple extra vitamins in our pocket. Actually, this is where the other vitamin was. I'm an idiot. Oh, Simon's quest is awesome. Vitamins heal axe wounds. It's like Resident Evil. Get bit by a zombie? Here, let's go ahead and rub a little bit of an herb on it. Use a bottle of spray. Or the aid spray also comes into play in the 2017 game. Alright, I think I got 3 vitamins, maybe 4. Alright, here we go. 120 hits. Let's try to get him into the pattern. 118. That's 6. I don't know why I'm trying to count here. I'm just gonna lose count anyway. 9. That was the wrong direction. 14. 15. Gotta try to going as long as I can without taking a hit, because once you take one, it sometimes will snowball, like I mentioned earlier. And I lost count already. I think that's like 12 or 13 maybe. Lorelei, this isn't a good time to move. Oh, the localization, yeah, like bang your head into Deborah Cliff or whatever. I wonder how much of that was intentional. Like, sometimes I wonder if they used the torch to light the fireplaces in this game. Was it poor translation, or was it intentionally misleading people? Because the manual of this lies about so much too. Like, the manual claims if you use the sweater, Jason won't hurt you. If you have the sweater, Jason won't hurt you. But he will. You just take half damage rounded down. That's still damage, though. There you go. Got away from that little exchange with one hit. Barlight. Not good. Thank you. Okay. Now we're not holding a controller around a cat anymore. Use the torch to cook the cornflakes. I gotta try to remember, depending on what day... Oh wait, no, September the 27th is a Friday. Might have to play the Wilfred Brimley ROM hack that night. See, to me, this is a lot more fun than cabin fights. Like, you always have to be... Everything you do here is trying to manipulate him into a specific pattern. And then if he's not doing what you want him to do is back away like that and throw the axe, because then you can run to the other side of the screen and throw one at him. So that's why I'm facing in the opposite direction when I jump. Because if you're facing towards him, then he'll sometimes barrel over you. But if you do it right and jump over his head, then he'll keep running. He'll throw that axe while you're jumping, and then you can get to the other side and he'll back off and throw one at you. So basically what you're trying to do on these hitless path fights is you're just trying to keep manipulating him into doing this over and over. And when he gets like that, then well, it depends on how close he is, but more often than not, you can just jump towards him a little bit like that to get him to throw an axe and get a little more space again. But these day 3 path fights are my favorite part about this game. Is just this. And I feel like he's got to... Well, I don't think he's half dead yet. We're only getting one knife a pass, but... I'm guessing probably got less than 40 to go at this point. Could be 10 to go for all I know. I completely lost count. But with the 4 vitamins and only taking 1 hit so far, I mean, I could even be in just trying to mash him down territory for all I know. Got the beautiful mountains in the background as Jason gets destroyed. Death by 120 cuts. Yeah, I always wondered what it was with Clash Man and Crash Man. I always thought it was Crash Man, but so many people still said Clash. I'm sure there's a Japanese part of this game. That would be interesting to see what that says, but I've never actually... Actually, I don't know, maybe there wouldn't be, because I don't know if there'd be much interest. Like, I don't think Friday the 13th, like, did they really... I don't know how big our, like, 80s American horror was in Japan. I've never actually thought about it like that. Yeah, if there is... they do have a version of this game in Japan, trying to get that translated would probably tell us quite a bit. There's the snowball I was afraid of. 2 quick hits, but I think I'm still very much the favorite here. His health bar on path fights is just kind of hidden behind the scenes. You can only see it in cabins. And I should have been doing a better job of counting how many hits I had, because you need 120 with the knife. but I'm not great at counting. I always end up getting distracted or lose my place, and then I almost made it to, I think, like 10 or 11 this time before I lost track. He's got to be almost dead by now. Because when I did low percent with I have the world record in low percent. That's the rock only, no items, and that my time on that is 15:58. Though I did have I think my day 1 and day 2 path fights were almost perfect, so I did get to do some significant mashing there. And I was like, I think Chrissy lasted on day 3 like 134 or 135 hits. And I could have mashed the whole way on day 3 there, but I took a really bad hit with Mark. Ooh, the Keeper's Diary. There we go. Easy game. Okay, that would explain it. Yeah, to me it was always Crash. Oh boy. Oh, that is delicious water. What's going on, Lorelei? She's hiding behind... I have a recumbent bike over on the other side of the room. And she's hiding behind the frame of the bike and just kind of peeking out a little bit, like she doesn't think I can see her or something. Oh, what to do next? I feel like it's still a little early to call it here. Come on up, sweetie. Hey Zeus, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Come here, sweetie. Come on. Come on, over here. Over here. Come on. Come here. What to do next? I have an... Oh. Actually, can I get to the wheel from here? Unfortunately, yes, this is the only ending for Friday the 13th that we have. And this ending is, terrible, let's say that. Still remember the disappointment the first time I saw this as a kid. What? That's not the right one. Where is my wheel? I don't know if the wheel is going to be functioning properly here, but I'm gonna give it a shot and see if we can let the wheel decide what we do next. Lorelei, chill. Where's my wheel? Okay, wheel is launched. Is it going to show up? Alright, it looks like it showed up. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Okay, that's like over an hour. I cannot do an hour run right now. If this was earlier, no problem, but let's see, I think my fastest time on this is an hour 8. Yeah, we'd be looking at like 11:30 by the time this got done. That's not immortal. What did I just tell you, wheel? I said not immortal. Okay, last one standing. We can do that. Just give ourselves a clear out the RAM here. So how last one standing works is well, I guess it doesn't really matter who I pick at the start, but wherever Jason appears first, I have to kill all the counselors except the one that is furthest away from him. And unfortunately for this, the most common seed has Laura as the last one standing. Okay, so odds are Chrissy's gonna be toast. Debbie, dead. Laura... Oh, that's gonna be rough. Paul's so slow. Oh! The wheel. Sorry about that. Let's do this. Where's my wheel? Thanks for the reminder, Shredder. My brain is fried. Here we go. And then we do this. Nope, that's wrong. This. There we go. Why is it still showing perfect game? Unless... There. Nope. Why is it saying Final Girl now? There we go. Now we're caught up. The wheel spin, the whole wheel spin thing can be kind of a disaster. I'm honestly surprised it worked out of the box here. Oh, Jason, it would have been awesome to see Jason and Wreck-It Ralph. See, so he's still going to be attacking Debbie. We don't have to let Jason get the kill here. Wait. Thing I'm going to have to be really careful with here is not running into Jason on a path. Hey Gunslinger, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Okay, good. He's still attacking Debbie. I'm going to try to take this time to get a torch with Paul. So if I can get the torch with Paul before he runs through, then we can just sit there and what's going to be a lot of waiting. Like, a lot of waiting. Because you gotta wait about 2 minutes for Jason to do the loop around camp. Alright, is there gonna even be enough time to get back here before Jason gets out of the lake? Before Jason gets out of Debbie and into the forest? Come on, Paul. You gotta hurry. We need to have you safely tucked in that other cabin before Jason gets there. Alright, should have 2 vitamins. This should be more than enough for just cabin fights. Alright, Jason's gonna be running through... coming up through the forest here, following this path that Paul is so quickly running through. Alright, now we get Paul over here. Then we kill George. Maybe we want to wait to kill George until Jason's attacking the kids. Because there is a scenario where George dies, and then Jason's running right outside the cabin at Paul. And you can't do hitless. Well, I probably could survive just mashing him down because I have the torch. The torch and 2 vitamins, but I'd really... Perfect. Alright, Paul, it's all you. Unfortunately, the rest of this is basically going to be Paul sitting outside here on the lake, waiting for Jason to run through. Though, maybe... I don't know. My mash has been really bad lately, so I don't know, even with an extra 2 vitamins, I don't know if I could get the 32 hits in before Paul died on a path fight. But if I got those other 2 vitamins... Actually, there are... it's gonna take him... It's about 1:55-ish for him to get all the way through. He'll be going around the cave loop next. So if he's going around the cave, depending on where it starts Paul, I've got like 3 more vitamins I could grab in this general vicinity. Wait, no, I think there's only 2, because I think I got one of those already. There we go, day 1. Let's give it a shot. Pretty sure I already got this vitamin. Yep, unfortunately. But there are 2 over on this path. Well, not this path, but over in this area. Ow, Lorelei. Come on. Where's my vitamins? Okay, so now we can go back to the lake. Jason will be on B next, so he'll be going through the forests. And I think with 4 vitamins, I should be able to mash him down on a path, even with my mash not working properly. Because I really don't trust my mash. My mash has been just dead since the knockout tournament. I seem to do better with the mash rhythm with stones than I do with the torch. Come on, Jason. You have nothing to explore around the camp. Everyone else is dead. It's just Paul and 15 kids. So much nicer than when you're using the knife. Alright. Almost done with day 2. And then day 3 will hopefully go a lot faster. I'm going to make the terrible decision and try to mash Jason down on the path. And if my mash is off, then it's dead. If my mash is on, it's a breeze. I feel like even if my mash is terrible, though, 4 vitamins should be more than enough. We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty. Can I beat him down there? You gotta move faster, Paul. I don't want to end up having him hop over me here. Got him. Oh, easy. Didn't even have to use a vitamin. What a coward. That worked out a lot better than I thought. I have noticed that my mash, for some reason, is a lot better when I hold forward. Maybe that interrupts something. But when I'm moving forward a little bit, I seem to, for some reason, keep the rhythm a little better, and I have no idea why that is. I should probably try to figure that out. Let's see. So all things considered, after the blue screen, that went relatively well. I should probably get to bed, because I have to get up at 4:30, and I really don't know if I should remember how well I've been sleeping. I feel like it hasn't been great, but it's hard to tell, because a lot of times I'll fall asleep in the recliner in the living room. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out tonight, everyone. I hope everyone has a great night. Stay safe, get a good night's sleep. We'll not be back tomorrow, probably. That is why the girls have a tumbling class on Thursdays now. But hopefully either Saturday or Sunday. Not Saturday or Sunday, Friday or Saturday. My wife's going out to dinner with her best friend on Friday. So that might end up, they might end up being out a little late for me to end up streaming that night, but I'm hoping maybe not. Otherwise, I'll definitely try to be back on Saturday or Sunday for probably Super Metroid Map Rando, but it could be A Link to the Past, could be something else, not really sure what it would be. But yeah, thanks so much for hanging out. I hope everyone has a great night, and we will hopefully see you next time. And for those